But let's discuss this more with Laetitia Bader. She's Deputy Director for Africa at Human Rights Watch. She joins us from Rome, Italy. Thank you so much, ma'am, for joining us on the program. So these reports of mass killings, ethnic, sexual violence are quite alarming. Human Rights Watch and other agencies had warned of such a catastrophe and the consequences. How bad would you characterize the situation from your perspective?
I mean, absolutely catastrophic. And as you point out, I think what is absolutely devastating, and obviously particularly to the communities who have been targeted, is that these were atrocities and massacres which have been foretold, first and foremost by those who were living under a siege which was installed around El Fasher for over 18 months by the Rapid Support Forces, which faced constant shelling, including in civilian areas. And then 2 weeks ago, the Rapid Support Forces basically took control of the city. It was the last remaining city which they did not control in Darfur. Now, as we speak, of course, these are disasters and atrocities which are continuing, including in North Darfur. As your reporter spoke to, we're also talking about a very, very terrible conflict ongoing in parts of Kurdistan, where again we are seeing deliberate attacks on civilians by both warring parties and different actors engaged in the conflict there. But in North Darfur, as we speak, there are thousands and thousands of people who are still unaccounted for 2 weeks after El Fasher was taken by the Rapid Support Forces. So what is clear is we are talking about a situation of urgency where there needs to be global attention now.
Crucial amenities, essential facilities like hospitals, schools, dispensaries, markets were destroyed, and now we're seeing a crisis of disease arising again. Would you characterize what's been happening as a genocide in terms of international law?
Our research is ongoing. It's obviously been incredibly difficult to do real-time reporting. I mean, one of the most chilling realities of the first few days of the takeover of El Fasher was that actually the only evidence of the crimes that were unfolding, that were coming out, the only information people were able to get about what had happened to their loved ones in El Fasher were actually from these horrific videos which were filmed by the Rapid Support Forces themselves. We analysed geolocated incidents in which you see RSF fighters executing people in civilian clothes, people begging for mercy who were then executed, incidents inside medical facilities where, again, an injured person was seen executed by an RSF fighter. So it was very difficult at the beginning to really get real-time information. Now, what we know is that at least over 80,000 people have arrived in the town of Tawila, where there is more humanitarian access at the moment, although the town itself has been completely overwhelmed by these cycles of people fleeing into the town over the last year because of these horrific Rapid Support Forces attacks in North Darfur. But it's still very difficult to get a full picture of the magnitude. Other groups have reported of what appears to be a cleanup operation by the Rapid Support Forces. We know they have been on a PR campaign trying to claim, in fact, that the atrocities which are coming out did not take place, but also reports of terrible destruction of evidence on the ground, mass burials of bodies going on. We had documented this very clearly following their ethnic cleansing campaign in West Darfur in 2023. So this is nothing new. We have seen these trends time and again, and the Rapid Support Forces leadership keep getting away with it.
Earlier, you mentioned these videos and photos that have been circulating. How do you authenticate that these videos are indeed or were indeed taken in El Fasher and El Obeid?
Well, I mean, there's a whole range of measures that we take. I mean, both trying to identify, geolocate locations, look for background that can show that the videos have been taken at a given place over time. We can look for shadows, try and understand the times of day. Were they happening at the same moment? Obviously, speech. I mean, this again is what is so chilling of the videos we've been seeing, is that these RSF fighters who are very explicit about what they're doing, who are insulting people, who are using ethnic slurs, and who are very often using language which, again, points to where this is happening, when this is happening. A lot of the videos showed them explicitly celebrating the fall of El Fasher. And of course, then we can also use satellite imagery, which helps to confirm, corroborate also what we're seeing from the videos and from the images coming out. So there's a whole range of measures which are taken before we claim to have assessed, geolocated, confirmed a video in question.
Laetitia Bader at Human Rights Watch, really appreciate you coming on the program to help us understand this a lot better. Thank you.